Welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Power 5, everybody. While we were only 2-3 with our 5 Monday Night Football props last night, still ended up being a profitable day thanks to that Rashad Bateman anytime touchdown plus 320 hitting for today. Wall-to-wall college basketball. I've got you covered with 5 plays, of course. What else would I have you covered with on the Power 5? Starting with an early one, some really big games in Maui and Las Vegas as well. Stay tuned for those. As a reminder, you can go ahead and comment down below with your thoughts on any of these selections. Just be sure to smash that like button at some point. I always appreciate the support. Here we go. Number 1, Mercer plus 3.5 versus Miami, Ohio. This is a 1:30 Eastern tip-off in Fort Myers, Florida. I make Mercer the favorite here, so we'll gladly take the points. Now, I know the Bears had to go to overtime yesterday to beat Jacksonville, 90-89, a game where they were 4-point underdogs. But those extra 5 minutes, my opinion, do not warrant them being a dog here. Mercer shot 58% from the field yesterday, guys. Will they shoot that well again this afternoon? Probably not. But worth noting, they do play with pace. That can always make up for a dip in shooting. KenPom has Mercer top 45 in adjusted tempo, so they definitely could score. Miami, off a 70-58 win over Siena yesterday, has not won back-to-back games this season. The Redhawks really benefited from some poor Siena shooting on Monday. Don't think they're going to get that kind of shooting variance here. They're thinking about football and trying to win a MAC championship in Oxford, guys. Take Mercer. Number 2, Murray State minus 4.5 versus UT Arlington. This is a 5 p.m. Eastern tip-off from Jacksonville. Murray State should be pretty motivated here. The Racers are coming off a 2-point loss as 6.5-point home favorites to Utah Valley last Friday. That game was decided on a layup at the buzzer. Murray State wasted a big free throw shooting advantage in that one as well, but I think they bounce back here against a UT Arlington team that is yet to defeat a D1 opponent this season. The Mavericks have lost to Louisiana Tech, USC, and Missouri State, and they're nearly 100 spots lower than Murray State in the current KenPom ratings. Seems like this number's a bit short to me. Lay it with Murray State. Number 3, UNC Greensboro, minus 4 versus San Jose State. I promise I'll be getting to some of the bigger games in a moment, but this one is an 11 p.m. Eastern tip-off in Henderson, Nevada, the suburbs of Vegas, part of the Bulldogs Classic. They got dogs with a Z. It's kind of tacky. Anyway, I think this number is a bit too short in a battle of Spartans. UNC Greensboro, yes, both teams are nicknamed the Spartans here. UNC Greensboro, they have to fly across the country, but they're off a big 71-48 win over Long Beach State their last time out and come in battle-tested already. They faced SMU and Indiana. Both of those games predictably ended up as losses, but UNC Greensboro covered the number in both of them. They're actually 4-0 ATS this season. This is a drop in class that they should easily handle. UNCG is holding opponents to 36.3% shooting so far this season, guys. San Jose State's pretty terrible, even though they've covered the number in 3 straight games themselves, but only 2 straight-up wins in 7 tries. They did pull a minor upset last time out over UTEP, who shot horrifically. But there's an 130-spot difference between these teams in the KenPom ratings. This is another number that's too short, in my opinion. Take UNC Greensboro. All right, how about some bigger games? Number 4 in the Power 5. Give me Duke minus 3.5 versus number 1 Kansas. Yes, I think the Jayhawks go down for the first time tonight. This game takes place in Vegas at T-Mobile, 9 p.m. Eastern tip-off on ESPN. Not a surprise to me that the Blue Devils are favored here. KenPom has them rated higher. I've got them rated higher myself. In fact, Duke is number 3 in my power ratings. Kansas, only 11th. So basically a flip-flop compared to where the pollsters have these teams ranked. I know KU has already beaten North Carolina and Michigan State, but Duke has looked really impressive, or they did look really impressive, pardon me, in winning at Arizona over the weekend. Cooper Flagg has been every good as he was advertised to be. Blue Devils, number 1 in the country in defensive efficiency. I think their length bothers Kansas, forcing them to take bad jumpers. Give me Duke. We close out the Power 5 with a late one. I'm going to take number 12, North Carolina, plus 4 versus number 4, Auburn. This is the nightcap out in Maui, 11 p.m. Eastern start on ESPN. Both UNC and Auburn are off big come-from-behind wins yesterday. UNC trailed Dayton by as many as 21. Auburn was down 16 at the half to Iowa State. Now, I do believe Auburn to be a better team here. Tigers have already beaten Houston in addition to Iowa State, so they're very impressive. But UNC's only loss so far was by 3 at Kansas. I think at the very worst, the Tar Heels can stay within this number. We know they can score. Top 5 in offensive efficiency, combined with number 6 in adjusted tempo. The fact both had to come from behind yesterday is kind of a wash. I just trust UNC's ability to keep this one close. All right, quick recap of the Power 5 for you. Threw a lot at you, as we always do. Number 1, Mercer plus 3.5 versus Miami of Ohio. Remember, that's an early tip, 1:30 Eastern. Number 2, Murray State minus 4.5 versus UT Arlington. Number 3, UNC Greensboro minus 4 versus San Jose State. Number 4, Duke minus 3.5 versus Kansas. Number 5, North Carolina plus 4 versus Auburn. Again, go ahead, comment down below with your thoughts on any of those 5 selections. If you have a question about a game I didn't get to, comment down below with that as well. Smash that like button if you're in agreement with my plays. Let me know what you're betting on tonight as well. As for what I am betting, only one place to go, and you know where that is, wt.buzz/BP. It is Tuesday, so I have a $5 best bet currently available for college football this weekend, as I always do every Tuesday. Our first college football move every week. We make it available for just $5 for you. And yeah, college football continues to set the standard this season. I am number 1, not just this season at WagerTalk.com and CFP, but number 1 the last 365 days as well. Get this, guys. Over a full 12 months, I'm on a 67% run in CFP. 58-29, my last 87 selections. That's plus 95.1 units. Red hot 15-7 last 22 as well. So we continue to maintain that 67% winning run. Had a 5% winner on Saturday with Fresno State minus 3 against Colorado State. I am now 9-1 with all max bets in football over the last 12 months. That's NFL and college combined. That, too, is number 1 at WagerTalk during that time. I also, on Saturday, had a 4% winner on Kansas. That was last week's $5 play. They beat Colorado outright, so you are not going to want to miss my next college football winner. You can get it today only for $5. Price will jump after midnight Pacific time. So head on over to wt.buzz/BP for that $5 best bet. It's obviously going to be a very busy week for yours truly. WagerTalk just so happens to be running one of its biggest specials of the year. You can get a 7-day all-access pass for only $69. That gets you every play I release in every sport for a full 7 days, just $69. That's a $30 discount off the normal price. I highly recommend getting down on that. And that's going to do it for Tuesday's edition of the Power 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button if you did. Make sure you're subscribed to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, let's cash some tickets.